Visit ticketcompare.com. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
I always felt as a player the relationship between yourself or the team and the fans is huge, and the local community, etc. So they should be appreciated, and we should make sure that even though the game moves on very fast, we still keep very clearly in our mind how important the fans are, because without them we don't have this great Premier League. 13 years at Chelsea, when you feel that support and then taking you through good times and bad, you should never lose sight of that. I certainly didn't. I had a great relationship with the Chelsea fans from pretty much day one, which stayed with me throughout, and now I'm officially a Chelsea fan. But you become part of a family of a club. That's how it should be. That's why we are so crazy for our football here, because we all have that kind of tribal thing where you become attached to something that means so much, and that's kind of what we're celebrating here. I actually was pretty happy to retire. I'd had 21 years playing. My legs were telling me, my mind sometimes was telling me to take a rest. And I have to say, in terms of being a fan, it's incredibly enjoyable for me to not have the stresses myself of having to, play anymore. I was fortunate with a long career, but I can actually go. I can take my daughters to Chelsea and sit and relax. Well, most of the time, relax and enjoy a game. Which is, when you play, of course, it's probably I certainly realised how lucky I was to do something I loved, day in, day out, pretty much. But sometimes it's nice just to sit back and watch someone else do it. I think that I don't think we are as excited as we have been, and I mean it in a good way. I think expectations have certainly addressed themselves in the last couple of tournaments. England have no divine right to go and win tournaments. We haven't done for a long time. Just because the Premier League is so great, again, it doesn't give you any right to go and win these national tournaments. So it gets harder, seemingly, I think, every tournament that goes. But we have a young team, we have young players who can hopefully play without fear, that we mentioned a lot with England, of the pressure. Hopefully they can just go and show their talent. And I think with the Gareth Southgate, it's been impressive the way he's blooded these younger players, the style of play, he wants to play attractive football. It's happening from grassroots. I think the future England teams are going to be improving technically. So I think we might not be ready to go and necessarily win this tournament, but I expect us to make a good showing, and these younger players will gain a lot of experience which will help them in the future. It's a responsibility there to do it. Everybody's different. Not everybody wants to stay in the game and get away, and that's obviously your prerogative as a player. But I think when you've come through and had a career with your club and with England like Stephen has there, and he feels like he can put back and he wants to take on that challenge, then great, yeah. And I think the FA now are also working closer with ex-players to try and get them into their coaching badges, etc. I think we had some barren years where the help wasn't there and players went away from the game. Now I think they're trying to help players go straight into to get their coaching badges, and there's a wealth of knowledge there obviously with players like Steven Gerrard and the likes who've had successful careers, so let's use that. I'm doing my coaching badges at the moment, so I've spent a lot of time at Chelsea this year, gaining hours of experience. I've managed to get my A licence in coaching, so yes, it's the right opportunity, the right timing for me, and I'll certainly take a really close look at it, because as you mentioned before, you want to give back or to show if you can try and help develop players, whether you can help them tactically, whether you can be a good man management, all these things, I'd like to try and have a go at. It's not easy, and everybody's different. And in fact, this is kind of flipped, because now if any Steven Gerrard gets mentioned with a job and everyone goes, oh, well, he's inexperienced. Well, okay, well, he has to gain experience somewhere. And you can't wipe away those 20 years that Steven Gerrard's been a fantastic player for. He's gained a lot there. So it's not an easy transition. But it's a great start. You then have to start learning from the other side, and that's what I've found, which is great. I've been able to work at Chelsea this year, because you make mistakes. You make mistakes with young academy players. It's not so bad, and then maybe the job comes along and you're ready from having learned from your mistakes. But having a career like Steven Gerrard had, is a stellar career, is obviously a great footing. Of course, he'll still have more to learn. And you do learn. I've learned a lot myself day to day on the training pitch and off it. All the things that go on. Now, of course, when you go and work with men and work with the first team and things become a little bit more critical, then that's another step up potentially. But I think it's a great way to cut your teeth, and I think Stephen doing it there has been smart. If the opportunity, that job's there for him and he feels it's right, then fair play to go for it.